Shall we take the apples and pears? Would you Adam and Eve it? Do you know what either of those mean? If not, I highly recommend that you keep watching. Welcome back to English with Catherine. Today we've got a video all about the Cockney accent. I'm going to tell you a little history about the accent, then I'm going to give you the main features that help really kind of define it, and then I'm going to say some sentences and compare them to modern RP so that you can see the difference. This will be useful for all of you lovely people who are studying accents so that you can compare and contrast each one. Or if you're struggling to understand a British series and you just don't understand why, maybe it's because they're using a different British accent to the one you know. So pour yourself a lovely cup of tea and let's get started. The Cockney accent. It is believed to have originated in the East End of London. So it's a London accent. And there are other accents in London, but Cockney's probably the most famous. It's not just an accent, it's actually a dialect, because it's made up of what's called Cockney rhyming slang. And I gave you two examples at the beginning of this video. I'm going to talk about that a bit more soon. Cockney is famous for using a kind of non-standard grammar, kind of going against the rules, kind of like the rock and roll of the British accents. It's kind of like a coded language that only other people that speak Cockney and understand Cockney can understand. There are over 150 terms that can be recognised by a Cockney slang user. For example, they say, use your loaf, meaning use your head. So they say a head is like a loaf of bread, which it very much is. I can definitely see the relation there. Go on, use your loaf. Go. Don't be stupid, use your loaf. Oh, by the way, guys, since we're talking about accents today and pronunciation, I've got something to tell you about Elsa Speak. Elsa Speak are sponsoring this video. They're a really unique app. You get scored on your pronunciation, your fluency, and your intonation against a native speaker, and you get precise feedback for every single sound you make. Learning with Elsa, you'll not only be able to correct your pronunciation, but you'll also learn a lot of vocabulary. Lots of phrases and sentences for daily English communication. So I just want to give you a demo now, as well as learning things like connected speech techniques and the schwa. You can also concentrate on one particular word that you really find difficult to say. So I'm going to type in a word that my students notoriously struggle with. Even I find this difficult word. I mean, it's not the easiest word. So, itinerary. I'm going to say it deliberately a bit wrong, and you can see what it does. So, here we go. Itinerary. Okay, 88%. That's because I said it slightly wrong on purpose. I'm going to try another word now, which is the word I just used, which is notoriously. So again, I'm going to say it a bit wrongly, and then we'll see what it does. Notoriously. Okay. Elsa Speak currently have over 1,600 lessons with 40 topics to choose from to speak about, and great community features so you can learn from people all over the world. The app has real-life topics that range from, food and drink and everyday things to business and interviews, everyday office conversation, travel. In my description box, you'll find two links. One of them lets you download Elsa Speak for free for a 7-day pro membership, and the other one gives you exclusive discounts of 40% for a whole year membership, and also 85% off a lifetime membership. Amazing. And actually you can easily scan the QR code. I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. So let me know how you get on with that. Back to the video. Number 1, the glottal stop. Now if I was saying glottal stop with a glottal stop, I would say glottal stop. Glottal. So a glottal stop is basically the dropping of the T. So you're taking away the T. And in the Cockney accent, this happens very often. For example, a bottle of water, said in the modern RP accent, in Cockney would sound like a bottle of water. A bottle of water. And the glottal stop is actually some air that comes in and creates a kind of break between the syllables. So instead of bottle, it's bottle, bottle. Of course they don't drop all of the T's, but they will often drop the T's on the end of a word, or if the T comes in the middle. For example, letter would become letter, and tattoo would be tattoo. So for anyone that doesn't understand the Cockney accent and you watch a series with this, I can understand why you might not be able to follow it as easily. Number 2, dropping the H. In the Cockney accent, the H is kind of omitted. So instead of hello, they say hello, or a, or how are you doing, instead of how are you doing. I really like this because it almost sounds more friendly and warm to be like hello there instead of hello there. Number 3, the TH sound turns to an F sound. Now this is not all the TH sounds, this is just the unvoiced TH. If you remember from another video of mine, I explained that the unvoiced TH is the one that just uses air. So unvoiced TH sounds are words like thought, think, thin, thick. It's very breathy. So in the Cockney accent, when you have an unvoiced TH, they have an F sound. So the number 3 turns into free. Think turns into to think. For example, I don't think so. I don't think so. Can you hear the F instead of the TH on the word think? In the introduction, I said, shall we take the apples and pears? Now this has nothing to do with apples and pears. This is to do with stairs. It rhymes with stairs, so that's what they say. Apples and pears. Let's take the apples and pears. I love it because it's so creative and it's kind of like a coded language that only other Cockneys can understand. Would you Adam and Eve it? Now come on, guess, what do you think it is? Would you Adam and Eve it? It's would you believe it? So believe turns into Adam and Eve. You know, that classic duo from the Bible. I'm afraid he's brown bread. I'm afraid he's brown bread. Classic British humour here. Very dark sense of humour. We often laugh at really dark things because why not? If you're not going to laugh, you're probably going to cry. So you probably guessed it, brown bread means dead. I am absolutely cream crackered, mate. Now actually I use cream crackered. I think it's really cute and I love it. It means knackered. So it's Cockney rhyming slang for knackered. Now you might not know that word. It's very native, very, very British. It means really tired. So you're really, really tired after a long day at work. You say, I'm cream crackered, mate. I'm totally knackered, you could say if you weren't using Cockney. Can I borrow some bread and honey? Can I borrow some bread and honey, please? Bread and honey. Money. Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong. It's all gone Pete Tong. It's all gone wrong. Now everyone, I'm going to read out some sentences. I'm going to read them out in the modern RP accent, and then, lucky you, you'll hear me read them out, well, try to read them out in a Cockney accent. Ready? Number 1 in modern RP. My new little kitten is called Peter. My new little kitten is called Peter. In Cockney, my new little kitten is called Peter. My new little kitten, my new little kitten is called Peter. You can hear all the glottal stops there, can't you? With kitten goes to kitten, little goes to little, and Peter goes to Peter. Number 2 in modern RP. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? In Cockney. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Oh, that one's so much better. Number 3 in modern RP. Thanks for waiting 3 hours for me. Thanks for waiting 3 hours for me. In Cockney. Oh, thanks for waiting 3 hours for me. Thanks for waiting 3 hours for me. That was not good. I'll tell you what, guys, what you should do is you should watch an interview with Michael Caine. He is a legendary British actor, like incredible guy. He's been in the most amazing films. He was in The Italian Job, which is my dad's favourite film of all time, and he has a Cockney accent. Really, really interesting to hear all the features. So I'll put some links in the description box of interviews with Michael Caine. If you liked this video, of course, you know what I'm going to say. Click subscribe if you can. It would honestly be so great. I've got some really exciting things in the works for all of you. Just watch this space. It's coming soon. Have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next Friday. Bye.